2003 ended on a bad note for the Boston Red Sox. Facing a do-or-die Game 7, the Red Sox had a 5-2 lead late in that Game 7 before Pedro Martinez in the bullpen let the New York Yankees back in it. And the Yankees won the pennant on a soul-crunching home run by Aaron Boone off of Tim Wakefield. Changes occurred. Grady Little was fired. The Red Sox brought in Curt Schilling to be a second ace to Pedro Martinez, and Terry Francona was became the manager to replace Grady Little. Now, 6 months later, the Red Sox had the chance to do it all over again. Can they? Let's find out. Live from Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland, Box Score Communications presents Boston Red Sox Baseball 2004. Tonight, opening night, Sunday night, ESPN. A light rain is falling here. It's still very comfortable, 61 degrees, winds blowing out to center. Sidney Ponson gets the call for Baltimore. Sidney, not a great pitcher. 11-15 is what he did on the real season with a 5.30 ERA. 215 innings pitched, 265 hits. He gave up 23 homers, walked 69, and struck out 115. This will be the lineup he faces this opening night. Johnny Damon, as you can see, is in the batter's box. He will play center and lead off. Bill Miller, who won the batting title, batting ninth last year, will bat second. Manny Ramirez, the left fielder, bats third. David Ortiz, the will be the DH, not the left fielder, and clean up. Kevin Millar is your first baseman. He bats fifth. Gabe Kapler, the right fielder, bats sixth. The captain, Jason Varitek, the catcher, bats seventh. Mark Bellhorn, the second baseman, bats eighth. And Pokey Reeks, the shortstop, bats ninth, with Pedro Martinez earning another opening day start for the Red Sox. The defense around Sidney Ponson. Bigby, very good in the left. Louis Matos, the center fielder. Average arm, pretty good range. And Jay Gibbons in right. Very good arm. Average range. The infield, Mora is at third. Miguel Tejada at short. He's excellent. Brian Roberts is the second baseman. Rafael Palmeiro is at first. And Javi Lopez is the catcher. And yes, he did come over from the Atlanta Braves. All right, so this is as played, as whatever Terry Francona put down on the lineup card on any given night is the lineup that we will use for the Red Sox and whoever was managing the other team. Every game home and away. We start with a 3-game series in Baltimore, and Johnny Damon, as we said, is ready, and here we go. Damon starts the year with a fly ball to left. Bigby's there, and that's one out. Bill Miller, 283 in 2004, 12 homers and 57 RBI. Ponson delivers, and there's a line drive to Roberts for the second out. 2 quick outs for Manny Ramirez. Manny had a massive year in 04, 308, 43 homers, and 130 RBI. The pitch. He hits a ground ball in the hole on the left side for a base hit. So that's the first hit of the year. That'll bring up David Ortiz. Now this photo pack has pictures usually of players' first teams. Ortiz did come up with the Seattle Mariners, but they got him with the Twins, who released him in 2002. Ortiz at 301. 41 homers, 139 RBIs, and an entire postseason of legendary moments. Ponson delivers. It gets away from Lopez. They're going to score that on a wild pitch. So the count is 3-0 to Ortiz. Manny on second. The pitch. Ortiz hits a fly ball base hit into right field. Manny scores. Ortiz is on first, and the Red Sox score first. They lead 1-0. Now, normally these Sunday night games were the first games of the season, but the Yankees, who would sign Hideki Matsui over the offseason in 2003-04, played the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, and yes, they were still the Devil Rays in 2004, in a 2-game set in Japan, which the Yankees won both games. So the Yankees are in first place at 2-0. And so the Red Sox and everyone else are a full game back. Kevin Millar, the batter. Kevin at 297, 18 homers and 74 RBI. The pitch. There's a grounded back to Ponson. Throw to Palmeiro, and that's the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Half an inning in the books. Boston scores 1. So here's how the defense will. Here's the lineup that Pedro Martinez will face. Brian Roberts leads off and bats second, or plays second. He leads off and bats second. And Ralph Kiner wants to wish all of you fathers a happy birthday on Father's Day. Mora, the third baseman, bats second. Miguel Tejada, the shortstop, bats third. Rafael Palmeiro cleans up. Javi Lopez, the catcher, bats fifth. Jay Gibbons bats sixth. Diego Segui, I believe I got that wrong again. David Segui is the DH. He'll bat seventh. His father was Diego, was a pitcher for a number of teams. Bigby, the left fielder, bats eighth, and Matos bats ninth. And he will face Pedro Martinez. This was not Pedro's best year. There was some wear and tear on the arm. 3.90 the ERA, but he was still 16-9 through 217 innings, 193 hits, 26 homers. That's the reason why the ERA was so high. He walked 61 and struck out 227. The defense around him, it's Manny in left with an average arm and below average range. Johnny Damon, who has great range, and they've given him an average arm. That's not true. Gabe Kapler, the right fielder. Gabe average all the way around, just a heck of a person. The infield, Bill Miller at third, average. Pokey Reese, the best defensive player the Red Sox have in the infield at short. Mark Bellhorn, who wasn't too shabby himself, at second. Kevin Millar at first. He would be replaced in later games and later in the half of the year by Doug McCabe, who came over on the Nomar Garcia-Parra trade. And Jason Varitek behind the plate, average range, not a great arm. So Roberts is ready. Roberts at 273, 4 homers and 53 RBI. And he strikes out, swings and a miss on an 0-2 pitch. So that's how the season starts for Pedro. Melvin Mora, the batter. Melvin had a magnificent 0-4, 340, 27 homers and 104 RBI. He pitches, or delivers, grounded to Reese, throw to Millar, 2 out. Miguel Tejada, who hit 311, 340, or 34 homers and 150 RBIs. My name is Ron Juggett, by the way. I didn't mention that before. Martinez delivers, and there's a pop-up to Reese. Over in the hole, he makes the grab on the cut of the grass. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We played 1. Boston leads at 1-0. I don't think the rain is going to matter much here. It's still saying a light rain. Gabe Kapler, who hit 272, 6 homers and 33 RBI, is at the plate. Ponson delivers a pop-up into center. Matos is there, 1 out. Ponson should be good for about 110 pitches. Pedro 105, and in this era of baseball, that matters a great deal. Jason Varitek, the batter. The catcher hit 296 on the real season with 18 homers and 73 RBI. The pitch is a fly ball to right. Gibbons goes back, and it's gone. He turns and watches it go. So a solo shot for Varitek, and the Red Sox throw up 2-0. The distance on that, 326 feet. Courtesy of the Commodore 64. You can find a Commodore 64 emulator on the web, and remember what the 80s were all about. So a solo shot to right center for Varitek, and that'll bring up Mark Bellhorn, who had 264, 17 homers, and 82 RBI, and struck out 177 times. Won't strike out this time, pops it up. Palmeiro goes over, makes the grab, 2 out. Pokey Reese, the batter. Pokey, great glove, not a great bat. 221 in 04. 3 homers and 29 RBI. The pitch. Here's a ground ball to Mora. Melvin throws to first in time to retire the side. 1 run on that massive home run by Jason Varitek. 1 hit and no errors. 1.5 down. It's 2-0 Boston. Rafael Palmeiro, the batter. Rafi hit 258, 23 homers, and 88 RBI. Pedro delivers a pop-up, foul territory. Millar goes over by the dugout, and he can't get it, and no one's going to help him over. And he looks at one of the players and goes, "Got him!" So it's 2-2 to Palmeiro. The pitch. He walked. We don't go pitch by pitch. We do it by net bat. So that's how you can have a 2-2 count and walk. So that's the first walk for Pedro on the season and also for Palmeiro. Javi Lopez hit .316, 23 homers and 86 RBI. And he hits a base hit into left field. Manny picks it up. Palmeiro will hold at second. Lopez is on first hit of the year. So nobody out here at the bottom of the second. Jay Gibbons will bat. Jay hit .246, 10 homers and 47 RBI. The pitch. Got him! On the inside corner on a 2-2 count. So that's the second strikeout for Pedro, and it is David Segui. In limited duty, he hit .339. He went 20 for 59 with a homer and 7 RBI. The pitch. High ball, right center. Damon goes back. It's going to grab some wall. Palmeiro will score. So will Lopez. The throw goes into second, and the Orioles tie the game at 2. So a big hit for Segui, and that'll bring up Larry Bigby, who hit .280, 15 homers, and 68 RBI. The pitch. Grounded to Reese. Throw to first for the out. 2 out. Luis Matos hit .224, 6 homers, and 28 RBI. Very good center fielder defensively. Martinez is ready, and he delivers a high fly ball to right. Kapler goes over in the corner. It's going to grab the wall. Segui will score. Matos will hold at second, and the Orioles go ahead 3-2. Brian Roberts, who struck out to start the Orioles season at the plate. Pedro has been shaky. The pitch. There's a base hit to left. Matos will try to score. Manny will come home with it. No, we're not going to cut it off. The play at the plate gets away from Veritek. So Manny throws it away. Roberts goes to second on the air, and it's 4-2 Baltimore. So the run is unearned. Melvin Moore, the batter. Melvin is 0 for 1. The pitch. Here's a line drive, single in the left. Roberts will score. Mora will hold, and it's 5-2 Baltimore. Throw to first. Mora's back. Tejada's 0 for 1. It's a fly ball to left. Manny's there, makes the grab on that, retires the side, but not before Baltimore scores 5 runs on 5 hits, including an error. After 2, Baltimore leads at 5-2. So Martinez at 52 pitches. I think Francona going to let him go and start the third inning and see what happens. I mean, it's an opening day. The bullpens are full. Ponson at 28 pitches through 2. 2 innings, 3 hits, a home run. That to Veritek. No walks or strikeouts. Damon is 0 for 1. And Johnny grounds one to Roberts. Throw to first for the out. 1 out. Bill Miller, 0 for 1. He pops one up. Palmeiro moves over and makes the grab for the second out. Manny Ramirez, who singled and scored in the first, looks at strike 3 on an 80-mile-an-hour Uncle Charlie. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2.5 down. It's 5-2 Baltimore. And so the wind is blowing out to right now at 15, and it's still a light rain. I don't think we're going to have a delay here. Rafael Palmeiro walked and scored in the second. The pitch. Fly ball right field. Kapler goes over into foul territory and makes the grab for the first out. Javi Lopez, who singled and scored in the second, is up. Lopez, it's a fly ball to left. Back goes Ramirez. Caught it on the warning track. 2 out. 333 down the line here, left field line here at Camden Yards. 364 in the left center, 410 in the dead center, 373 in the right field, right center alley, and 318 down the line by the scoreboard and right. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error for Boston. They've stranded 1. Baltimore, 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors, and they've also stranded 1. Gibbons struck out in the second. 2 out. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder to Bellhorn. Throw to first in time to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 3, it's still Baltimore 5, Boston 2. Ortiz singled and drove home a run in the second, or in the first. And he hits a high fly ball to right. Gibbons turns and watches it hit the wall. Ortiz is on with a double, and the Red Sox are in business. Kevin Millar, the batter. Kevin is 0 for 1. The pitch. There's a base hit into right. Ortiz will hold at third. Gibbons throws it back in. Millar just stands at first and smiles. And Ponson is allowed 5 hits in 3+. Gabe Kapler retired his first time up. Grounds 1 to Mora. Ortiz will hold at third. They go around the horn to get the runner at second, but Roberts can't get the throw out to get Kapler. So it's a force, 5-4, and a fielder's choice. The chances of Ortiz scoring were less than 50%. So runners in the corners and 1 out for Varitek, who homered to right center his first time up. And he hits another high fly ball to right center. Back goes Matos. It's off the wall. Ortiz scores. Kapler rounds third. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe. So a 2-run double from Jason Varitek, who was 2 for 2 with 3 RBI. How about that? Mark Bellhorn, the batter. Mark is 0 for 1. It's 5-4 now, as Varitek has just had a whale of a game. He put that double pretty much in the same part of the ballpark that the home run went. Obviously, the home run went further. Here's the pitch to Bellhorn. Bellhorn watches 1 on an 0-2 count for strike 3. That's 2 now for Ponson. Pokey Reese, the batter. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that's a strike at the belt on a full count. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. We played 3.5. It's now Baltimore 5, Boston 4. David Segui, who had a 2-run double, leads off the 4th for Baltimore. Pedro at 60 pitches through 3. Ponson at 57 through 4. Pedro delivers a ball 4. Second walk for Pedro on a 3-1 pitch this time. Larry Bigby is 0 for 1. And no chance for anything extracurricular here. The pitch. Fly ball pop-up. Millar is there. Moves over. Makes the grab, 1 out. Matos doubled and scored. And doubled on a run in the second. Baltimore got 5 in the second. Boston got 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 in the fourth. Pedro delivers. Segui tries to steal, and they throw him out. Not sure if that was a straight steal or not. His stealing chances were 34%. Varitek gunned him down. So 2 out and a 1-ball count to Matos. The pitch. Here's a grounder to Reese. Throw to first in time to retire the side. We've played 4, and Baltimore leads 5-4. Johnny Damon, the batter. Johnny is 0 for 2. This will be Ponson's 3rd time through the lineup. In 4 innings, he's given up 6 hits, a homer, and struck out 3, and a big 2 RBI double from Jason Varitek. Damon, it's a fly ball to left center. Back goes Matos. He makes the grab. Bill Miller is 0 for 2. And not anymore. He's not, as he's going to single to right center. So Miller holds it first. And Manny Ramirez, who singled and scored and struck out, 1 for 2. The pitch, and there's a single to left. Miller holds. Ground ball that went through the hole, and I'll bring up Ortiz, who is 2 for 2. He has singled, doubled, scored, and drove in a run. That's the 8th Red Sox hit of the night. And the rain has subsided, and it has cooled off a bit, 55 degrees. The pitch. Ortiz flies 1 down the right field line, out of play. 1-2. Now, the pitch. Ortiz hits a ground ball, base hit into right field. Miller will hold it for third, and they are loaded with 1 out for Millar. And the Red Sox are now pounding Ponson around. Millar is 1 for 2 with a single. The pitch, and there's a fly ball to left center. Matos is there for the out. Miller will tag and try to score. There is no throw, so it's a sac fly. An RBI for Millar, and the Red Sox have tied this game at 5. Kapler 0 for 2. He has scored a run. The pitch. Here's a line drive foul, third base side. Kapler has an 0-2 count. Ponson delivers a wild pitch. Oh, pass ball, pardon me. And so the runners move up 90. Ramirez at third, Ortiz at second. And the count now is a ball and 2 strikes to Gabe Kapler. Kapler hits a pop-up. Mora goes out. Bigby comes in. Mora on the grass makes the out to retire the side. The Red Sox have tied the game now. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors. Halfway home, Boston 5, Baltimore 5. This game brought to you by Narragansett. Howdy, neighbor. Narragansett. Brian Roberts is 1 for 2 with a run scored and a strikeout. So the base hit was a single. This will be the 3rd time through the lineup for Pedro Martinez. 70 pitches through 4, 5 hits, walked 2 and struck out 2. And Roberts strikes out on a full count, swung on and missed. Pedro's fastball about 90 miles an hour at this point in his career. That's the 3rd for Petey. Melvin Mora 1 for 2, single and an RBI. The pitch here is a line drive, base hit to right. Kapler throws it back in. And I'll bring up the ever dangerous Miguel Tejada, who is 0 for 2. Tejada pops one up. Millar goes over by the grass for the out. 2 out. Rafael Palmeiro now 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. He scored in the 2nd when Baltimore got all 5 of their runs. He swings and misses for strike 3. So Pedro strikes out 2 here in the 5th. Around a hit. No runs, 1 hit, no errors after 5. Boston and Baltimore knotted at 5. And here's the ever-dangerous Jason Varitek. Jason is 2 for 2. He has doubled, homer, driven in 3, and scored once. Ponson has given up 9 hits, throwing 76 pitches. He delivers. There's a ground ball to Tejada, throw to first, and oh, he almost beat it out. 1 out. So they finally get Varitek. Here's Bellhorn, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Ponson delivers, and there's a base hit to right in the hole. Grounded 1 between Roberts and Palmeiro, and that's the 10th hit. Bellhorn is on first. Pokey reached the batter. And Pokey's going to try to bunt his way on. Now, what was that? He balked. Ponson balked. So there's no bunt and no pitch. So Pokey's already done his work. It won't be a double play this time. Famous last words. He's going to line into one right here. Watch. Here's the pitch. Got him. On a 1-2 curve, he swung on and missed. So that's the 4th for Sidney. And Johnny Damon now will come up as the Red Sox bat for the 4th time tonight. Johnny's 0 for 3. Ponson, a very tiny 87 pitches through 3 times through the lineup. The pitch. Here's a fly ball to center. Back goes Matos to the wall. He makes the grab. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 5.5 down. Boston and Baltimore tied at 5. And Pedro's got about 20 pitches left in him. I imagine this will probably be his last inning. Javi Lopez, the batter. Javi is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Pedro delivers, and there's a fly ball to right center. Damon runs over and tracks it down. Nice grab. Jay Gibbons, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. The pitch. Here's a base hit down the 3rd base line. Miller dove but could not get it. So Gibbons is on first. That's the 7th hit for Baltimore. Segui, the batter. David is doubled. Driven in 2, scored once and walked. Pedro delivers, and there's a base hit to right. Gibbons will hold at second. Segui is at first. Larry Bigby, the batter. Larry is 0 for 2. And we're thinking about it, but we'll let Pedro go to one more batter. I know, that's how 2003 went badly. One batter too many. Fly ball to right. Kapler's there. He's got it. Gibbons goes back to second. Will not go. So 2 out for Louis Matos, who he will pitch to, even though Louis is 1 for 2 with an RBI double and a run scored. This will be it. Pedro is over 100 pitches, so this is the last batter no matter what. He delivers, and there's a fly ball to right. Kapler's there. He makes the grab, and that's it. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We played 6. Boston and Baltimore knotted at 5. So Bill Miller, the batter. Bill is 1 for 3. A single and a run scored. Ponson is out to pitch the 7th. We'll see how short the leash is. Ground ball to Roberts. Throw to first in time. Manny Ramirez, 2 for 3. 2 singles. Struck out once and scored. The pitch. He strikes out again. Swings on a 2-2 changeup. That's the 5th of the night for Sydney. David Ortiz, the batter. David has not been retired tonight or this season. 3 for 3. Doubled, single twice, scored, and drove a Manny Ramirez in the first. The pitch. Here's a fly ball, shallow right. Palmeiro goes out, makes the grab. That's it. No runs, no hits, no errors. Stretch time in Baltimore. The home team and the Red Sox are tied at 5. All right, going to make a pitching change here. And since you can see all the screens here, you can see the full bullpen. Folk is your closer. Remember, he had the big World Series. Alan Embry is your loogie. And Mike Timlin is pretty much your 8th inning guy. Ramiro Mendoza is who I'm going to go with. I'm not going to use Williamson. I'm going to save that ERA, that 1.26 ERA, for some higher leverage situations. Dave McCarty also is in the bullpen, and they have Bobby M. Jones and Abe Alvarez, who I don't know why he was up. He started once with a 9 ERA. So who did I say? I said Ramiro Mendoza. And the former Yankee Swiss Army knife pitcher went 2-1 for the Red Sox in 04. 3.52 the ERA. It's 2-1. I said the record: 30 innings, 25 hits, 3 homers. He walked 7 and struck out 13. And if you're drawing a blank of who else the Red Sox use as their top 4 starters in 04, Kurt Schilling, Tim Wakefield, and Derek Lowe were the main men. Brian Roberts is 1 for 3. He has struck out twice, scored, and singled. We are tied at 5. Grounded to Reese. Throw to first in time for the out. As Melvin Morris steps to the plate, we can give you a quick look at Pedro's line. Martinez went 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, no homers. He walked 2 and struck out 4 through 104 pitches. Ponson, if he comes back, if he's done, 7 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, all earned, a homer with 5 strikeouts. And the in-game box score brought to you by the Commodore VIC-20, because, hey, your little sister needs something to play with, right? Mora 2 for 3, singled twice and has an RBI. Mendoza delivers a grounder to Bellhorn, throw to first in time for the out. 1 out, pardon me. Mora on, oh, wait a minute. Read the play-by-play as it comes on the screen. A high throw, and it went in the dugout. So Bellhorn throws it away, and Mora's on second. In my next act, I will act like John Sterling and miss entire innings. Miguel Tejada is 0 for 3. He chops one to Reese. Throw to first. That's an out, 2 out. Rafael Palmeiro 0 for 2. Rafi walked, scored, and struck out. Mendoza loses him on a walk on a full count. So first and second, 2 out for Lopez, who was 1 for 3. A single and a run scored. Mendoza delivers a chopper to Reese, throws to Bellhorn for the force. That will be it for Sidney Ponson as B.J. Ryan comes in to pitch. No runs, no hits. The area doesn't hurt anybody. 7 in the books. We're tied at 5. Ryan, the lefty, we do not have a picture of. We should have a picture of. In 87 innings, he went 4 and 6 in real life with 3 saves, with a 2.28 ERA. He's in here to pitch. There's no lefties due up. Everyone will bat right-handed. 87 innings, 64 hits, walked 35, and struck out 122. And he strikes out Millar, who was now 1 for 3. On a 1-2 pitch, 100-mile-an-hour fastball, he swung it. Kapler 0 for 3. Kapler hits one to second. Roberts throws to first for the out. 2 out here in the 8th. Jason Varitek 2 for 3. That home run in the right center in the first. And then the 2-run double in the 4th. Drove in 3 of Boston's 5 runs tonight. And he swings and no, he looks at strike 3 on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. No runs, no hits, no errors. 7.5. Boston 5, Baltimore 5. We will leave Mendoza in to start the 8th. No, we're going to turn him around. I take that back. With a lefty. Alan Embry comes in the tie game because there's 2 lefty hitters and a switch hitter. Embry went 2-2 in 04 with a 4.13 ERA. The left-hander, 52 innings, 49 hits, 7 homers, 11 walks, and 37 strikeouts. He and Ryan at the moment are your pitchers of record. And now that's strange. You're gonna, well, he actually hit lefties pretty well. The lefty B.J. Surhoff will pinch hit. B.J. hit 309 in 04, 8 homers and 50 RBI. He hit lefties at a 333 clip. Embry pitches, and it's a fly ball to shallow right. Millar goes over, makes the grab on the grass for the first out. David Segui, who hits lefties very well, the batter. David is 2 for 2. A single, a double, and 2 RBIs. A walk and a run scored. And the ground comebacker to Embry. Throw to first in time, 2 out. Larry Bigby, the batter. Larry is 0 for 3, and I would imagine they will pinch hit for him if they can. They don't. He grounds to Bellhorn to retire the side as Jorge Julio comes in to pitch. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 8. Boston 5, Baltimore 5. Jorge Julio, the Baltimore closer, 4.57 is ERA in 04, 2-5 the record with 22 saves. He's in here to win it. 69 innings, 59 hits, 11 home runs, 39 walks, and struck out 70. Bellhorn is 1 for 3 with a single and a strikeout. And he hits a line drive right to Palmeiro for the first out. Pokey Reese is the batter. And unless I want to play Cesar Crespo, I'm not going to pinch hit. It's the thing with these bullpens. There's only 4 men on this bench. Julio's a righty. Could I? No. You know, my best option is Doug Mirabelli, but I believe I have injuries turned on for the same game. I don't want to lose Varitek and burn Mirabelli. So Reese will bat for himself. And he grounds one to his counterpart. Throw to first in time. 2 out. Johnny Damon, the last hope for the Red Sox in regulation. He's 0 for 4. Fly ball left center. Matos runs over, makes the grab to retire this side. And no runs, no hits, no errors. We're now in the free baseball portion of the evening. Boston 5, Baltimore 5. So Mr. Embry has done his job, and now Mike Timlin will come in. Mike, an integral part of the bullpen of this championship team in real life. 5-4 with a save, a 4.13 ERA, 76 innings, 75 hits. He gave up 8 home runs, walked 19, and struck out 56. Delivers, and Matos grounds to second, throw to first in time for the out. Brian Roberts is 1 for 4. He has struck out twice, singled, and scored. Grounder to Reese. Throw to first, 2 out. Melvin Moore is 2 for 4. Singled twice and has an RBI. Baltimore got all 5 of their runs in the second. 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for Boston. And they've left on 5. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Baltimore, and they've stranded 6. Mora grounds a base hit in the hole between third and short, and the Orioles have the winning run on for Miguel Tejada. Mora a huge threat to steal. Timlin throws over, Mora's back and is no longer that serious of a threat. The pitch. Line drive deep left center. Damon at the wall and makes the grab to the end of this inning. We're going to play some extra baseball after 9. Baltimore and Boston are tied at 5. So Miller, Ramirez, and Ortiz will face Julio, who will stay on at least to start the 10th. And he strikes out on a 1-2 fastball, 97. Manny Ramirez 2 for 4. He has singled twice and struck out twice. And now he strikes out again, swing and a miss on a 1-2 fastball. David Ortiz has singled twice, doubled, scored, and drove in a run. Julio delivers a high fly ball to right, back goes Surhoff, and it's gone. Ortiz with a solo shot. Surhoff replaced Gibbons in right, and the Red Sox go up 6-5. Kevin Millar, the batter. Kevin 1 for 3 with an RBI and a strikeout. That hit was a single. So Julio now stands to lose. Timlin stands to win, and Keith Folk will pitch the bottom of the 10th for Boston. Millar strikes out. He swung on. No, he didn't. He got called out. So that's it. 1 run, the big one on Ortiz's first home run of the year. On the 1 hit, we played 9.5. Boston 6, Baltimore 5. So Keith Folk, who was so good on so many different occasions in 2004, comes in to close this one out. 5-3 with 32 saves, a 2.17 ERA, 83 innings, 63 hits, 8 home runs. He walked 53 and struck out 79. Rafael Palmeiro, who has walked twice and scored, is the batter 0 for 2, one of those being the strikeout. And there's a fly ball to left center. Damon's there for the first out. Javi Lopez 1 for 4, singled and scored. And there's a grounder to Reese, who has to eat it. It's an error. And so Lopez reaches as Reese just couldn't get it out of his glove. That's the 3rd Boston error. Lopez is not a threat to go anywhere. Surhoff is 0 for 1. BJ, who as you can tell from the picture, played predominantly for the Brewers and was a very good player. 0 for 1. Grounder to Reese. Takes the second himself. Throws to Millar, and that's the ball game. So the Red Sox get a double play, and they win the ball game 6-5. We'll get you the totals right now. All right, the Narragansett postgame show. Howdy, neighbor. Have a Gansett. The Red Sox win the opener in 2004, 6-5. They got a run in the first, a run in the second, 2 in the fourth, thanks to a Jason Varitek double, 1 in the fifth, and the winner, a David Ortiz homer to right over the scoreboard to give the Red Sox a 6-5 win. 6 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors. The Orioles scored all 5 of their runs in the second. Go 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Your winner is Mike Timlin. He is 1-0. Pedro Martinez, your starter, did not pitch great. 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, walked 2, and struck out 4. Followed by Ramiro Mendoza, Alan Embry, Mike Timlin, who, as we said, got the win, and Keith Folk, who got the save. The Red Sox bullpen goes 4 and allows 1 hit and 1 walk. How about that? Sidney Ponson was your pitcher for Baltimore. 7 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, all earned. A home run. That was to Varitek. Struck out 5. B.J. Ryan struck out 2 in his inning, and Jorge Julio made 1 bad pitch, and it was deposited. He takes a loss, 0 for 1. Or 0 and 1. The Red Sox strand 5, the Orioles strand 7. We had 61 degrees and rain. The rain let up as the night went on. It took 3 hours and 22 minutes to play, and so that's opening night. Until the next time, we'll talk to you from Kinman Yards. This is Ron Juckett. Good night.